it's they have 9 practices. We put it back up to a competition. Whoever wins the competition will start, and so it gives those guys a chance to compete without Eno, because we all knew that Eno was going to be the guy at first, but now it gives them a chance to compete against each other, and the best man wins.
So who else in the mix? Would it be Williams, Demetrius, AJ?
Yeah, I'm going to go with those 3 running backs, and Kyle will play a little receiver, but with those 3 guys and see, sharing carries and see who does well in the game, and when the game's on the line, who's our best guy after all these practices.
Demetrius got some carries early, and then he was kind of like not getting any, and Williams got some. So was there something there that he just didn't factor into the
Today
game?
in practice?
No, AJ, like in the last part of the year, he got very few carries, very few blocks.
We just thought Eno was on a roll. We thought he was getting into his rhythm, and we wanted to make sure that he finished off. And if he didn't show any fatigue, we wanted to make sure that the best guy was in to win those games, and those games were important for us. And so, that limited AJ's carries.
How about Demetrius Flowers? We've seen very little of him. What
Yes.
can he bring to the table?
He's a guy that's learning. He's in football for the first time in 2 years because of his injury, and so it's just getting him back into the groove and learning the system. He gets limited carries in the practice. Now he's going to have to carry a load these next 8 or 9. So we want to see how that load appears to him.
What was his injury?
I think he had a shoulder injury, and so.
When did he suffer that?
I think it might have been in high school.
Okay, so
because he was here
kind of in
before me.
between.
Yeah,
okay.
It was in between.
So how much does a game plan change from not having Rob as the OC? Does it change at all? Obviously, you know what's been run, and are you guys going to run the same things?
We're not going to change the system just because we don't want to confuse the kids, and so whatever was efficient during the year, we're going to go back at doing that and making sure it's comfortable for the kids and play fast and having the kids play fast, so they're not learning a new system. Now the personality of the offense might change a little bit just because somebody else is calling it, but we're using the same system.
How much does this open it up for other guys to get an opportunity, get a look at AJ and Demetrius?
I think it opens up tremendously. Now that it gives them a chance to show what they came to Arizona State for and what the future holds, and so I think they're excited. I think they got more carries in a practice today than they have ever had, so they're winded a little bit, but I think they're excited.
And this is what it's for. This is what bowl games are for.
Exactly,
are they not?
exactly. And our goal here is to make sure that we win the game. We're not. I don't think we're taking, and Coach Edwards, I don't think we're taking this lightly, and we're going to play just random guys. I think we're here to win the football game.
Coach, I know you only got to work with Eno for a season, but what do you think just about working with him, and then especially the last couple games he had?
He's incredible, just because he's a student of the game. Not too many kids love football, and he was one that loved football, and so it was my privilege to work with him. And then he had the athletic ability, not such a big guy, but able to do his craft real well, and so it was a pleasure for me.
What kind of NFL player do you think he's going to be once he gets
I think he's going to be fantastic just because he's a student of the game and he understands the game, so he'll keep himself in situations that will be beneficial to him and the team. I think he's going to be a heck of an NFL player.
Plus, he's physically ready.
He's physically ready, and he won't carry the brunt of the 40 carries or 30 carries that he had at ASU. It'll probably limit him more, and so I think he'll be more effective.
When did you guys learn that about Joey's transfer and that you wouldn't have him for?
That was up to Coach Edwards.
Okay.
He didn't really bring it up, and so he can comment on that.
Okay, gotcha. Just how difficult is it when you've got a plan as a play caller without Brandon and without for this game? And
it gives the other people a chance to step up, and so we're not changing anything in regards to the play calling or the plays. The next person's up, and they're going to have to execute, and so hopefully they can execute just as well. But we lost 2 special guys. We lost Brandon and we lost Eno, and so those guys are going to have to make sure that they're ready to go.
Yeah. What's been like? We saw Coach Prentice at practice today. What's his impact been that you've gotten to interact with him?
He brought energy. He's doing a good job. It's hard for the first day to understand all the terminology, so he's trying to fit his terminology and what he knows, and so it'll take some time. But his energy is infectious, and he's doing a good job.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.